Yeah, everybody! Looks like I've just been here, and I actually have. It's Captain Jack. I'm coming at you live from YouTube, and I just got done doing the Raider Bear show, and that was really awesome. Would love to do that as often as possible, but you can't do it all the time. But I appreciate the Bear giving me an opportunity to be in for him tonight. We had a lively discussion. I'm a little late here because I wanted to make sure that I gave at least an hour-ish for his show. And so we went on a little bit late. And I wanted to make sure that I was there for the Raider Bear family. And again, I told you that I want to give a good show for that everybody. So again, hey, Matt Santini, welcome aboard. Thank you for coming on board. Make sure you subscribe. As I say right here, ring the bell. Subscribe button. Matt was on the show with Raider Bear. It was great. Ed Winchell, thank you for being on duty. Ed Winchell, this is for you. And then obviously for the elder, AJ Bray Hugh, otherwise known as Raider Reverend. He said, I told you, I got you. You must show your views of the Raider Cape. Ed, I promise I will. I promise I will, but I don't want to show it until it's done. Because you're seeing a very small area of the studio. And it's only because I want to make sure that I continue to do the show. But in order for me to do that, I want to make the room look good. And again, I said this for everybody that was over there with the Raider Bear show. I'm wearing hey John, good to come on, brother. Thanks for coming in. Hey, Raider Rev, don't go breaking your arm. Don't go breaking your arm, patting yourself on the back. You were right so far. And I believe that you will be correct in your assessment. But you also said in 6 games. Maybe they went in 5. So that wouldn't make you a genius. That would just make you smart. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we'll see. And if it is over on Sunday, then that just makes you smart, not a genius. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying, Vern? Know what I'm saying? And it probably will be. But, if it is over on Sunday, make sure that you are here on Sunday because I'm going to be doing an interview with Reggie Kinlaw. So you can either watch the game or you can listen to Reggie Kinlaw. And people that are here, make sure you got your comments ready because when I'm talking with Reggie, obviously the phone line is out, okay? That number is not going to be available because I'm talking with Reggie. And I'm going to have Reggie on. It'll be the other number, which I use for my guests. That number is not available. So you're going to have to comment. And then I will get those questions over to Mr. Reggie Kinlaw. And thank you for being here. I always start with, well, actually, I did some comments. But here's the thing. Bottom line up front. And everybody's pretty much alluded to it already. There is a certain team by name of the Warriors that it looks like. In fact, can you hear the TV? I'll make sure not. I'll put the volume down. There you go. Because we were watching the game over here as well. And I was doing the show, and I was look back and forth and back and forth. But again, the game was over. I mean, the Warriors had it pretty much in the beginning, and they had it in the first half. But I tell you what, they did not come out with that normal. You know how the Warriors would normally come out with that third quarter kick, and they would kick it into gear in the third quarter. They didn't have that. And with Klay Thompson on the bench for a lot of that time, and I'm looking and I'm looking and I'm looking, they didn't have it. When Steph Curry misses free throws, he missed a free throw tonight. That's unheard of. So there you go. If Durant plays Sunday, yeah, it would make things interesting, but he's not going to play yet. Here's the thing. Limp the Pimp, what's up? Thanks for coming in here. Warriors lost their defense. They did. And they lost a lot of their offense. Thanks for coming over here, everybody. Ed says if Durant plays, he's not going to play. He's not going to play. And the reason why is this. They're down 3-1. Are the Warriors going to miraculously beat, and it's funny, are they going to miraculously beat a team with Kawhi Leonard down 3-1 again? Not happening. Just give it to them. The Raptors are going to be the new champs. They are done. Thank you. Jerry D even thinks that as well. Stealth look gassed. And he is super fatigued. I tell you, he is. So, tip of the hat to the Raptors. And again, not in attire for a regular Raider show. I've been busy today, and I let folks know this over on the Bear channel. I went to a retirement today, a Navy captain that I went to elementary school with, and I went to ROTC in college with, and I did a little bit of a deployment with. Retired today, so I had to wear something, worthy of. I don't have uniforms. I can't wear a Navy uniform with my beard. I can't. So I wanted to make sure I looked at least something patriotic, national, and I take out my patriotic July 4th, Memorial Day, Veterans Day shirt. So I wore that. So I wanted to make sure I did the part. I heard a rumor Durant has an Achilles. Yeah, and I agree with you, Matt, because even also the elder Raider Rev, A.J. Brahu, said that as well. Where he had the wrap, it wasn't a hamstring. It was lower. So I agree. There's some injuries there. And I think one of the reasons why Durant isn't saying anything as well is because if you have an Achilles injury, that gets your market down. Somebody's going to go after Durant, but his market's going to be way lower. Way lower. It's about money. So having said that, if you know that your market is X, but you need to make sure that you're going to get as big of a market value as you can, then you don't say anything. You don't. You don't say anything because you want to make sure that your market value is as high as it could be, okay? And to do that, you're going to shut your mouth. You're going to shut your mouth. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Well, I know what it is. I screwed up. I'm trying to get the phone ready. And so we're going to do that in just a second. We're going to have folks call in. And again, love this portion in the fact that we're going to have everybody call in and they can talk what they want to talk. There were no injuries that would have had 1 in 5. Are you talking that the Warriors would have 1 in 5, Jerry D? Probably. But you know what? You can't say it was because he was injured, because it's a cop out. It's a cop out. The Raptors played well. And remember, it's mostly Kawhi Leonard. And the funny thing is that Kawhi Leonard's field goal percentage has been going down each round. Look it up. His field goal percentage from the first round to the second to the third to the finals has gone down consistently. Why? Because he's playing hurt too. He's playing hurt too. And he's playing over above his head. Then you got the role players. You got Green, Serge Ibaka, Siakam, and of course Lowry. That's a good team. That's a good team. So again, hats off to the Raptors. They didn't quite win it yet, but we all know it's going to happen. But having said that, can the Warriors at least make it a game? Now, according to the elder, Raider Rev, they're gone on Sunday, which is okay because then you're not going to miss any of my interview with Reggie Kinlaw, right? Hopefully everybody will be here for that. So I tell you, the line is open. If you want to talk about it, and let me get out of the way. There you go. There's your number. You know where it's at because we're already there. Okay, you're already on the channel. So thank you for that. Line is open. If you want to talk about it, if John, it'd be good to hear from you as well. And thanks for coming in. Matt Santini, thank you for coming in as a new viewer. Hopefully you'll get everybody else over here as well. Jerry D, thanks for coming in as well. Jerry D, I can't wait to see you in New York as well. But the line is open. Now, remember, I've already spoken nonstop for 55 minutes, plus whatever I've done here. So I've already been doing this for an hour. And I don't have a Coke in front of me. I don't have an iced tea in front of me. So do me a favor and let me hear from you as well. Give my vocal cords a rest as well. Because I'm going to be on tomorrow doing a podcast with Raider Homer. Obviously Sunday. Obviously Tuesday. I got a lot of talking to do. So I want to hear from y'all. We can talk about the demise of the Warriors. We can talk about the fact that the Bruins are down 3-2. That makes me feel really good. We can talk about baseball because, again, some really interesting series in baseball. I don't have my standings up because I normally have that in front of the show, but I went right from the Raider Bear Family show to this show. So I didn't get a chance to do that, but we'll talk about it. I want to hear from you. Line is open, 813-699-0834, 813-699-0834. And yes, injuries has hurt the Warriors. Warriors, come out to play. Great line. Great line, man, from the movie. You guys have seen that movie, I hope. So we'll see. The elder is correct. North won in a sweep. And that's true. Ed Winchell, how you doing there, shipmate? What's going on with you? How you doing?
Just got through watching a great game on the basketball side.
I hear you.
It's really nice to see. I mean, I felt a month ago that no one was going to touch Golden State.
Yeah.
The way they were playing. I mean, when they had Durant, when they had everybody, Thompson, Durant. I don't know if that team a month ago would be able to sustain how good Toronto is and what they're showing us this finals. It's incredible.
Yeah. And as Jerry D said, injuries at the wrong time. That happens, though. I mean, again, you can't say, well, the only reason why was because of X. Yes, injuries played a part in it, but you can't just say that they lost because they had the injuries, okay?
Right.
I mean, you got to give the Raptors their due, okay? They got a really good team. Well, you said it. You said the Raptors in 6.
Right.
The elder said the Raptors in 6, and they're doing it. They're doing it. It surprises me. I said that I thought that the Warriors would take it in 6 or 7. I said it was going to go at least 6, if not 7.
Right, you did.
I might be wrong in that. It might go right to 5, and then we'll all be really stunned because even you and the elder said it was going to go 6 games, and I tell you, it might be over in 5 games. It might be.
Well, I didn't think that Toronto would sweep the Warriors at home. I mean, hey, I think the best they could do is take 1.
That's true.
But they took 2.
Yeah.
And that surprises me. I mean, somebody on your show said, I don't know who it is, I'm not looking, that the Warriors just looked beat, tired, just out of gas.
Yeah.
And they did.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never seen Curry shoot so many air balls in one game.
Yeah. And
they weren't even hitting the backboard.
They weren't. Man, that's some bad sound. Hang on a second here. Let me make sure that my connections are together. I'm getting a lot of. Are you guys getting decent sound, or is it a little bit tinny?
I heard you fine before I called.
Okay. Well, it's the way I'm hearing it. I want to make sure that the sound's good for y'all. Yeah. I mean, again, when Steph Curry can go from, what did he have, like 47 points the other night, and he went down to, I think he had 13 at the end of the third quarter.
49 or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, he played lights out. And today, it's like he never showed up.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, he has been the only constant in the Warriors during this stint of the playoffs. And he's been playing hurt too. But he can't do it night after night. He needs the help from Livingston. He needs the help from Boogie Cousins. He needs the help from Draymond Green. He needs the help from pick a name, okay, and Klay Thompson as well. He can't do it all by himself. So that's just the way it is.
It's like he said, no Thompson, no Durant, you're minus 50 points right there.
Right.
You know, just like that.
That's right. That's right. And
so I mean, it's been tough. It's been tough, but it's been an exciting series. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I mean, the Warriors, and I people had said this is that this is the end of their dynasty in the fact that obviously, if Durant goes away, that's an affirmative. But and I think the elder has said this as well, I should say, is that Teacup. I'm not gonna show that, but I agree with you. But I'm trying to keep the curse words off the board, but I appreciate the comment. When Curry comes back, I think that the Warriors, when they lose Durant, if they can have somebody come in that, I mean, they're not going to be able to replace Durant, but if they have somebody that can come in and be that extra big star, they will be a good team in the West next year. But if they lose Klay Thompson, they're not going to be that team. Iguodala is another year older. Klay Thompson will probably go as well. Durant, is gone. Okay.
Right.
Who else do they got? I mean, Livingston he's a good spot starter, but he's nothing more than maybe. And again, I don't know what his average is, but he's about 10 points a game, maybe at most. That's 10 points. Right. You can make up for that for somebody else.
Of course.
So we'll see that. Big fan. Can you say happy birthday?
Off season for the NBA. I mean, Anthony Davis, he's gone. I don't know where to go. What happens if he may join the Warriors? I don't know.
Yeah, well,
and he may stay.
Teacup.
He may stay now that they're getting the number 1 pick.
I'm gonna remove that one. We got a troll amongst us, but thanks there, Teacup, for playing. Yep. Let's get rid of that comment too. If you guys are going to continue, we're going to. Yeah, we're sorry, folks. Let me get rid of these folks here. Apologies, and I got some trolls I got to get rid of. Troll Patrol, and got rid of that. Got rid of that. And
Friday night losers.
Yeah, there you go. So we got rid of some trolls again. Apologies. There we go. Everybody else again, apologies. I try to get the trolls out of here, but we're talking sports. I'm keeping the show on, Jerry D. I'm keeping the show on.
Yeah, don't let them win.
No, I just got rid of the trolls, Jerry D. Don't worry about it. Oh no. You can call in. You can call in, Jerry D. It'd be great hearing from you. In fact, Ed calls in, and hopefully we'll get some other folks calling in.
Right.
I got rid of the trolls. Such is life, you know. It's Friday night, and other folks have nothing better to do. We are talking sports, and again, I'm going to say this to you, Ed. It looks like, and congratulations to you, and congratulations to Raider Rev. You guys called it. Raptors winning this series. That's a fantastic thing.
Well, thank you. It was a lucky guess.
Well, then you need to make sure that we pick some lottery numbers together when I get out there.
Oh yeah,
in California. So, what else you got? What else you got for me tonight, Ed?
What, partner?
What else you got for me tonight, shipmate?
That's it, boss. That's it. Just wanted to call in, see how it's going. I'm looking forward to your guests next week.
Yeah, I am too. I can't wait. I can't wait to have both Reggie on and Lincoln Kennedy. It's going to be great. Going to be great, and hopefully everybody will be here for that.
Well, I'm looking forward to it, Captain.
That's it.
And I'll give your airtime to someone else watching and talk to you next Thursday, I guess, or Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday. After Reggie comes on, we'll have some call-ins.
Fabulous.
All right.
Looking forward to the show. It should be a great one.
Yeah, and tomorrow, look for me with Raider Homer. I'm going to do a bit of a podcast with him too, so look for that as well.
I will. That's great. I'll look out for that.
All right. Take care there, Ed.
Okay,
always good talking to you. You're welcome.
Take care.
All right. Bye-bye. There's Raider Ed Winch. Always good to hear from him. And I like Matt Santini's comment. Here's the thing. If you know the Raiders are going to be on Hard Knocks, and as far as I know, they haven't been announced, but everybody knows it's going to be them. Because Hard Knocks is not going to take a chance on the Raiders being so good this year that they make the playoffs, and he missed the opportunity. Because once you make the playoffs, you're not eligible to be on Hard Knocks, okay? And even though I've stated that the Raiders might be a 7-9 team, a 8-8 team, maybe they're a 12-4 team and get into the playoffs. And if they do, then obviously Hard Knocks has missed the boat. The Raiders are going to be on Hard Knocks. The Raiders are going to be on Hard Knocks. And just get ready for it. And Limp says Klay Thompson going to the Lakers. I mean, like I said, Raider Red says that Klay Thompson's going down there. I know that KD is not going there, or at least I feel he's not going there. So we'll see ultimately where he does go. And I'm going to talk with Jerry D about it right now. Jerry D, good to hear from you, brother. How you doing?
Hey, Cap, how's it going?
I'm good. I'm exercising my late night rights here. I like doing the late night shows on Friday because I don't have to wake up early on Saturday, and it gives me an opportunity to get some folks that are out there on the West Coast on. So we had Ed on, but hey, You're up late on the East Coast with Jerry D from New York. In case you couldn't figure out where Jerry's
I
from.
don't go to sleep till 2 every fucking day. So.
Most of the time I'm with you. I sleep a little bit too late as it is, and I need to get more sleep as it is. But hey, Friday night I can definitely don't have to worry about it for the next day.
Woody, as far as this Warriors, series, look, this is what I know. I do a lot of gambling, period. And, I study this stuff. Bottom line, I've been doing this since I'm like 13. The whole thing is this Warrior team would have won in 5 without a doubt, without these injuries. Okay, the minute I knew Durant was out, I that was it. I knew they weren't going to take it all. It's hard for Curry to carry this team. That's why he looks exhausted. He's putting 45 points, 40, exhausted. He can't do it by himself. When Thompson got hurt I didn't watch the last game. I didn't. What did they? They were up 3-1. I saw it when it was 2-1. I didn't see the last game.
Right.
So did Thompson play the last game?
No, Thompson was out. And by the way, I switched speakers on because there was a bad reverb, and I don't want that playing for everybody. So hopefully that'll improve the volume. No, Klay Thompson was out game 3, and he played tonight. And you can tell that he was still. I think it was. I'm not sure if it was a hamstring or what his injury was. I apologize. I just know that he missed the entire game 3. He got hurt late in game 2. And he was off the court for the latter part of game 2, but the Warriors had enough of that spurt, that third quarter spurt, and they hung on at the end without needing him. But Klay was out game 3, and the Raptors took it to him. And, with him playing injured again tonight, not up to snuff, obviously KD's out. There you go. And again, Limp the Pip is saying that Klay Thompson and CP3 going to the Lakers to play with LeBron. I don't know.
I don't know about that. I think Klay Thompson likes being a Warrior. I even think Durant likes being a Warrior. I don't think this dynasty is over. Who heard that Durant's leaving? Is it official?
No, it's not official, but pretty much everybody, and of course we can all be wrong because everybody had Hillary Clinton winning too. So again, we can be wrong on things. But the reports is that Durant wants to get out from underneath the shadow of, hey, he's a great player, but the dynasty was already there. And that's why people gave him such a hard time for coming over to an already made dynasty. Kevin Durant wants to be known as the player that made X team great. That's why that there's indications that Kevin Durant is going to go to New York to be a Knick. He might go somewhere else. I don't think he's going to go to the Lakers because, again, then he's playing with LeBron, and it's still the same thing, okay? Right. It's Kevin Durant can't do it on his own. So Kevin Durant wants to go to a team that can make themselves better. And I'm saying this as well. If Kevin Durant is smart, I would go to New Orleans. And the reason why I say that is you have a rookie that has gotten the most buzz, I think, since some kid named LeBron James came out, okay? And he's the number 1 pick that is assumed that he's going to – no, actually, he is on – yeah, he already went there. So you got New Orleans with that pick for what's his nose out of Duke, the kid that Zion Williamson, okay? So you have Zion Williamson there. Kevin Durant may be going there. And then if you get – and everybody always talks about Kyrie – I say, man, get Kemba Walker. If you get Kemba Walker, who's a better player and a better team player with those people, okay, then you have something there. Now, if CP3 leaves Houston to go somewhere else, and that's why Limp the Pimp is Chris Paul still under contract? Because if he's a free agent, that's news to me. I don't think I've even heard of Chris Paul being a free agent going to the Lakers. So your best available guards that are on the market right now are right now is Kyrie Irving and Kemba Walker. So CP3 going to the Lakers, that's news to me, Limp the Pimp. I just wanted to make sure you know that. But again, getting back to Durant, if Kevin Durant wants to make more of a name for himself, okay, as the best player in the league at this time,
He should have stayed with the Thunder. That was the case. Because they had something good going there, and he just pussied out and left to go win a championship, and now he wants to leave again. He's a head case, as far as I'm concerned.
In that respect, you're right. Jerry D. I agree with you.
I mean, they had Ibaka, and they had what's his name? I forgot his name. The other guy, the other scorer.
The beard. You had the beard. Yeah. You had Serge Ibaka, Kevin Durant, Westbrook. They did.
Still like over the hump with him there. All of a sudden he comes to the Warriors, and now and now he wants to leave after he gets a ring. Come on, give me a break. But he's money grabbing here. He's money grabbing.
Yeah, and I think that's why he wants to make himself a name for. I took this team and I got a championship with them. So we'll see where he goes. I don't think he can do it without a great supporting cast. No, I agree.
He is no LeBron James, and he's no Kobe Bryant either. I mean, to be totally honest, I mean, he's just not. He's a great player, but if you look at him, he looks a little brittle to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and he's another year older, coming off this injury that looks to be an Achilles.
Yeah, he's damaged goods leaving that team, without a doubt.
I agree. So we'll see what ultimately happens with him and, where he goes. I know in my mind, Kevin Durant knows where he's going, which is why people say, well, maybe he'll come back. There's no reason to come back for these finals. There's no reason. Just he needs to get as much rest as possible. He's mailing it in. He went out there and they said, well, he's out for game 4. He's out for the series.
Yeah, he's done.
I'd
like to see him go to New York with Zion Williamson.
Well, New York would have to make a play for Zion Williamson because that's.
I know. I would like to see that happen. I really would. The Knicks need some kind of a boost here. And not for nothing, the Knicks are shit. But they're the worst. They're one of the worst teams in the NBA, if not the worst. But when it comes to money, they are the richest team in the NBA.
Yeah. But the Knicks would have to pay so much to New Orleans in order to get that right to that first pick.
I know.
And the thing is that did you see the way that the organization in New Orleans just went batshit crazy when the cards were flipped and New Orleans came as number 1? Did you see that? There's no way in hell. There's no way in hell that they're giving up that pick. Not happening.
It's just a shame. I wanted that pick bad.
Yeah, and you and all the other New York Knicks fans, I said you should have made sure that you remember, because before it was they would pick out it was the lottery, they would pick the envelope, right? And that was the old conspiracy theory that the envelope was frozen so that David Stern went and got the frozen envelope because he knew that the frozen envelope was the New York Knicks, and that's why they got Ewing. So they needed to make sure that either the balls were weighted more for or weighted less, however it works, where if they're lighter, they go out quicker, or if they're heavier, they go out quicker, whichever way it is, okay? That literally the balls are weighed in such a way that Knicks would have won that. And they didn't do that. So Zion Williamson is going to be a Pelican.
They're going to have a good team.
They are. They're going to have a good team. And that's why I said Durant coming to the Pelicans and them grabbing somebody else right there. And remember, the other thing is that because of what happened with Anthony Davis last year, somebody's going to want to get Anthony Davis. So they're going to get good players for Anthony Davis. If Anthony Davis ultimately goes to the Lakers, they might get Kuzma. They might get, pick Kuzma plus another young kid. And hopefully they're smart enough to stay the F away from Alonzo Ball. But you're going to get
– what a bust he is. That kid's a bust.
Right.
He's just overrated. He's overrated. As far as I'm concerned, he's average at best.
Yeah. And, but I tell you, it's going to be interesting. I'm going to be interested to see who gets Kevin Durant and how Anthony Davis's play out of New Orleans goes, because that's going to make the offseason very interesting. And again, the offseason is going to start in about, it almost literally started about 15 minutes ago. But, with the Warriors down 3-1. But
the next game, they're done. They're going back to Toronto for this last game. It's over.
It is. But we'll see how it is. So when you not that I would say it on air, but you already did. As a betting man, did you have any money on this series?
I've been betting the game, but I didn't bet the last game. I bet the first 3 games. I hit all 3. When I bet on the computer, I can give a take point, so I can take a money line or throw it in a parlay. I did well.
Good. Because again, you'll have to. I'm not a gambler, Jerry, so you'll have to teach me some of just the little tricks.
I'll give you the greatest bet of all time. Okay. Vegas right now has the Raiders over or under 6.5 wins.
Take the over.
Just take the over and go to sleep.
Okay. Well, you'll have to help me get an account set up, and how much should I put on it? 100, 200, what?
Put whatever you want. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Over 6.5 wins, I guarantee it. At least an 8-8 season. Guarantee that.
I can agree with that. And if that's the line, yeah, I see. I have them at 7-9 easy. So that's a win. That's a win. So anything over that is gravy.
When I saw that line come out at over 6.5 win, over or under 6.5 wins, I jumped on the over immediately because it was like a gift from God, a religious epiphany.
Right.
Take it and run.
Is that still the line?
Oh yeah, it's still there.
Okay, well then you'll have to get with me off camera, and I'll throw a bill on it.
You got it.
I'll throw a bill on it, but you'll have to show me how to do that. I admit it, I'm a neophyte when it comes to things like that.
I'll show you.
Yeah. And what does it pay out?
I think it's even money. It's even money.
Oh, okay. Well then, there you go. That's even better. That means that I don't have to even worry about losing money.
No.
There you go. Well, what else you got going on, Jerry, as far as and again, I'm looking forward to seeing you for the New York game. And
I'll be there.
And can't wait to do that. And are you going to be heading out to any other games? Or are you just going to be staying close to home?
I'll be staying close to home.
Okay, well then I'll definitely look forward to seeing you for the New York game for sure, shipmate.
Absolutely.
That's it. What else you got for me, shipmate?
Not much, Cap. I'm going to sit here and relax and watch the rest of the show and let somebody else call in, and I'll speak to you during the week. We'll talk about that over-under thing.
That sounds good. And again, make sure you're here Sunday and Tuesday for the Kinlaw and Kennedy interviews.
I will. I'll be sharing it up.
All right. Well, thanks again there, Jerry. Always good hearing from you, brother.
You got it, Cap. Have a great night.
You too. And that was Jerry D, my boy from New York. You couldn't tell he's from New York. Jerry's a great guy. Just look at the free agents for the NBA. CP3 is a free agent. I apologize. Yeah, I didn't think so. And the only reason why I say that, Limp, is because I know about the names that have been bantied about. is Kyrie and Kemba Walker are the ones that I know about. If CP3 was listed, or if CP3 was a name, I was like, wow, I would have thought I would have heard about that, because yeah, Chris Paul on the market. Yeah. Now he can be eligible, but you got to trade for him. And it's how much stock do you want to give away for Chris Paul? And if you're the Lakers, you're going to have to give up a lot to get Chris Paul, because remember, the Lakers are doing with what they have, just trying to get the brow to get there. No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, man. You're bad. Hey, no problem. I appreciate you giving the insight, though, because that made me think. Man. No apologies. We worry about it here. We get things squared up. But thanks for the comment. Hey, no comment is worse than, at least some input, because we can talk about that. So thank you there, shipmate. And again, going back with Man Santini, I like I said, the Raiders book them for Hard Knocks. It's just going to be, that's what needs to be done. So line is open. We had Ed, we had Jerry D. Who else wants to call in? And again, Matt, we picked up Mr. Santini. I want to make sure. Yeah, it is Matt, because I saw Matt Marinovich in. So we had the two Matts tonight. Matt Santini joined us, and then we had some, shall we say, some trolls, which I got rid of. And if you saw the comments, yeah, I tell you, I don't like racism. Don't like racism. Can't stand it. So they were here for a little bit, but not on my show. Line is open, 813-699-0834. It is 1 o'clock. We've been on for about 45 minutes. Remember, I got on a little bit late because I wanted to make sure I did my due with the Bear Family show. I wanted to give them at least close to an hour. I think I did about 50 minutes with them. So I wanted to make sure I did enough for them, and I enjoyed it. Again, if you're here, we've been talking about, quote unquote, and I say this with a question. Good players can't overcome bad coach. Thanks again. Let's talk about that, Matt. And people were asking, is that a slight, or is that a dig? Is that a dig at Tom Cable? And I don't necessarily think it is, but maybe it's an indication that Trent Brown, who is new to the team, is already laying the gauntlet for the Raiders coaching staff as a whole. Okay? That it needs to be incumbent upon the 53 that make the roster, the 10 that are on the practice squad, and the entire coaching staff, that everybody is in on this, and that Gruden and staff, along with the players, have to execute at their utmost in order for this team to be the best that they can be, which is why I said this team has not had down one together. And I agree that Tom Cable can be over. What was what I'm saying? I don't know whether it can be overcome, but there is better offensive line coaches out there. I think that a lot of it is going to be up to scheme with what Gruden has going for him, and the players compensating to overcome Tom Cable. And that's asking for a lot, because you have to play within the scheme, but you also have to be able to see when something is effed up and do what needs to be done. Now, that doesn't fly in the military, and trust me, I know, because I've been in the military literally almost my entire life. So if you have to play to the scheme, you definitely have to do above and beyond to make the scheme work. And it's been done before. I mean, when LeBron James is out on the court, he's actually he doesn't play to what the coaches say. He does it by himself. So we need to overcome that. And I think that we at least have all of the pieces that we can get together that will have a very good offensive line. Do you think the Raiders cut Carl Joseph? It depends upon if it's a numbers game. If it is a numbers game and Carl Joseph is not going to be the person that we need him to be, then yeah, he'll get cut. Now, the other thing is that if the Raiders are smart, they'll see what the market is for him. Because remember, there were reports out there that saying that he was already on the market. Now, in order for you to get something out of him, you need to make sure that he is put up at the highest level so people are interested in him. So you showcase him in the off season. You showcase him in the scrimmage games. You showcase him in the preseason. Because if you say to everybody that he ain't worth crap, all the other teams are just going to wait for him to be cut. So I think that the Raiders will do their due diligence in trying to get a buyer for Carl Joseph. And if there are no buyers available, then yeah, he'll be cut, in my estimation. Okay, Cable got let go and Gruden scooped him up because he has NFL experience. I guess I didn't understand the move. Yeah, see, like I said, Matt, there was somebody else of it. There was somebody else that was the person that they wanted. And either, like I said, I thought it was because they didn't become available. And with Cable being let go because of his experience, that is one of the reasons why he was let go. But it's already come out that he didn't do anything positive with the line. Now, granted, there were injuries. So this is what the thing is. If you have the players and they are up to their utmost in ability and execution, then if things are sucking on the offensive line and your guys aren't injured, then it's a matter of scheme. If it's a matter of scheme, this will be the year that Tom Cable either gets gone and let go, kind of hard to say, maybe in the season, but most likely at the end of the season. Now, if the Raiders' offensive line is such that they aren't doing anything right, at that time, he might be let go during the season. Remember, they got rid of Dennis Allen after week 4. They get rid of coaches as a statement to the team that we're going to get rid of this guy. You guys got to perform. Seems like the O-line coaches try to make the Raiders a zone blocking team. They constantly fail. We kick ass. I agree with that, Matt. I agree with that. And that's why I was afraid. And I said this last year. I said, I don't like ZBS with our players. We had monsters and maulers. Look at the size of Hudson, of Osemele and Penn. And Osemele actually lost weight last year in order to fit the scheme, so he was quicker. Gabe Jackson did not lose that much weight, but they had big guys. But here's the thing. Colton Miller is a ZBS player. Brandon Parker has lost weight and gotten more tone to be quicker on his feet. Okay. Hudson's going to be good either way. Incognito, even though he's a mauler, he's been in ZBS schemes, I believe, in Buffalo, maybe even Miami. So it's not that it's foreign to him, but it's a matter of the players playing up to the scheme and their ability. So I'll have to check to see where these guys were. Remember, Trent Brown, they run, I believe in New England, it's more of a ZBS tween, because nobody runs pure ZBS or pure power. They don't do that anymore. They have a hodgepodge of a little mixtures of both. But you need to make sure that the big guys are quick on their feet, which is what Cable was doing when he did leave Seattle to come here. He had big guys in a zone scheme. And he said, no, I'm not a pure zone guy. Well, so far, it hasn't gone with good results. So it's a matter of the players playing up to their ability within the scheme. If the scheme does not work, then Tom Cable, in my estimation, and that'll be a good question to ask Lincoln Kennedy, an offensive lineman. I'd love for somebody to ask that question from my commentary, and then I'll ask Link, hey, Link, we want to hear about Tom Cable in that scheme. Now, remember, because Lincoln works for the Raiders, he's not going to be able to be as blatant in his answer. That goes without saying. He has to paint a rosy picture. Why? Because he works for the Raiders. I would expect as such. If you work for somebody, you can't badmouth your organization. But you can ask about how the players fit into that scheme, how much better they're getting. Now, granted, he's going to sugarcoat it. He's going to have to, okay? He's going to have to. I don't like players running with their Twitter fingers and coaches who just paid him big money. I agree with that. Keep that in-house, away from the media. It's just more distraction. I agree, Matt. Great comment. I agree. And, it's one of those things. As of right now, I haven't heard a lot of comments from Antonio Brown. Haven't heard too many comments. People, because I would have heard about it. Antonio Brown said this, da-da-da-da-da. The only thing I really heard about Antonio Brown was when I was at the draft, and Antonio Brown picked a fight with what's-his-nose on ESPN that played at defensive back for the Steelers, okay? That's one of their staff members, okay? I can't remember. Ryan Clark. There you go. I knew I would think about it. That's all I've really heard about Antonio Brown being stupid Twitter-wise. And Ryan Clark took him to task, and everybody was on him. And again, Antonio Brown was stupid in running his mouth off to the media. I really wish that the players would think enough of their teammates to let their talk be on the field. Their performance on the field is where their talking should be. Now, if your performance on the field is better than average, and you're holding your own, and you're not screwing up, then yeah, maybe you can crow about it. But I tell you what, real professionals shouldn't crow about doing their job. if they do their job above and beyond, that's when you get noticed. That's when you go to Pro Bowls. That's when you make that extra money. But you know what? Let your performance be your signature. Let your performance be what people know you as, or know you from, or know who you are because of what you do. Don't become a Twitter, Instagram famous for doing nothing. So Antonio Brown has done well this year, working with Derek Carr. The offense has done well in the scrimmages. Remember, it's underwear practice. Everybody looks good in underwear practice. I've said it several times. So as long as they can continue to do that, we'll look good. We're coming up on the hour of at least the show. If we don't have any calls, and I'll give it to the 58 minutes. So you got, if anybody wants to call, you got about 30 seconds to do it. I'll entertain it. If you want to call, you got 30 seconds to do it. But I've enjoyed having the late night Friday free for all with y'all. I'll do it anytime I can. I enjoy being here talking sports, talking football, talking. Congratulations to the folks like Ed Winchell and Raider Rev for picking that the Warriors are going to be going down this series and not going to win another championship. You know, I'm surprised that we're not talking hockey, because again, it will be great if I don't have to hear about the Boston Bruins winning the Stanley Cup. Can't stand the Bruins. And, while I'm on talking about the Boston market, not Boston market, the food place, but the Boston market, Tampa Bay is up there for an important series this weekend. They play a game today. They play a doubleheader tomorrow, and they play on Sunday. So again, hopefully the Rays will go in, and they got embarrassed by when they had that series with the Yankees. Hopefully that they will come in and have a better series against the Red Sox. Well, we'll see that. But having said that, I've enjoyed the show tonight, and always good hearing from y'all. There's my speakers. So there's my outro music. I've enjoyed tonight with y'all. Make sure you have a good weekend upcoming. Be here Sunday for my show with Reggie Kinlaw. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern time, I will be doing a podcast with Raider Homer. Go to the Raider Homer show here on YouTube and catch that. It's the Raider Homer page here on YouTube. I'll be doing a podcast with him. Got some things to, obviously bone up for that, but it'll be a fun day. But until then, I'm going to get a little bit of sleep tonight. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for coming in. Matt Santini, thanks for coming aboard there, shipmate. And hopefully you signed up as well. We'll see all y'all. Remember, Sunday here, interview with Reggie Kinlaw. And then next Tuesday, the bigger interview with Lincoln Kennedy. Y'all be here for that. Have a great night. Take care. Yeah. Enjoy having you here on an extended Friday free for all with the captain. We'll see y'all Sunday for the next show.